Okay, welcome back, America, to your Caribou Data Science channel. I got a big shout out to the 15 young folks who watched this video in the last 24 hours. Thanks so much for every single one of those views. Hey, now I need you to do a couple things for me. Of course, click on that subscribe button, click on that share button, click on that like button. It would really be great to get 15 likes for 15 views on the US for the US video, okay? And of course, most important of all, click on that share button. Share the video on Facebook and Twitter. You can also share the news with your friends and family using email and text messages, okay? But thanks so much to the 15 young folks who did watch this video in the last 24 hours. Let's take a look here. Now, one of the curious things about the way the U.S. counts COVID-19 deaths is that diseases like heart disease and cancer are counted 1 year at a time. So every January 1st, cancer deaths and heart disease deaths are reset to zero. But yet for COVID-19, we track it from January 2020 when the first case was reported, and from late February 2020 when the first deaths reported, up until today. Well, I think that to a certain extent, I can guarantee if that's where you continue to track it is, then we're never going to get any good news because we won't really know how it compares to the previous year. Okay, we have to. So when we say 41.7 million, that means from January 2020 up until today. 670,000 is from late February 2020 up until today. Now here's the current numbers. Okay, for cases. A long declining pattern down in July. Now in July, we're starting to see the numbers climb back up again. Okay, or maybe leveling off here. But here's the thing about this here. How many of these people were vaccinated? Okay. Before we go any further, I do want to say a couple things about the vaccination. First of all, should you get vaccinated? Absolutely. And the older you are, the more important it is to get vaccinated. If you're like me, over age 65, then you're in a much higher risk group than most of you folks who watched the video recently. But you know what? Sometimes we have to take one for the team. Sometimes we have to do something to be part of a larger cause. Okay, and that's getting control of COVID-19. But here, that's the good news. The not as good news is that the vaccine will not keep you from getting COVID-19. Okay, every man, woman, and child in America will be vaccinated, and the COVID-19 cases and deaths can continue to go up. But what we have to hope for is, and pray for, when I say pray for, I'm very serious about that. Pray for that the cases and deaths will begin to slow down. The vaccine, as well as the vaccine, the rate of infection, the rate of number of cases, and the rate of number of deaths will begin to slow down. Okay, that is really from the standpoint of the vaccine, that's the best we can hope for. We also have to prepare for the very real possibility that COVID-19 may never go away. There may never be a time when we have zero COVID-19 cases and zero COVID-19 deaths. But you know what? We don't have a problem living with 2 or 300,000 cancer deaths or 2 or 300,000 heart disease deaths. We have no trouble living with those deaths. So why can't we live? Why can't we get on with life with COVID-19? Stop the shutdowns. You know, stop all the mandates. Let's just get on with life. Let's just accept COVID-19 for what it is and get on with life. Okay? That's my sermonette for today, by the way. Now this is deaths again. We had a long declining pattern in deaths to July. Now all of a sudden July is starting to see an increase in deaths. Now the question is COVID, how many people were vaccinated, and did the vaccine reduce the number of deaths for this time frame? Okay, that's the real question. Here's the other bigger question is comparing this year's cases to the 2020 cases. And what you can see is with the 3.5 months to go, right? September 2021 cases have already passed almost a full year's cases for 2020. Okay. What about deaths? Well, deaths to me, I'm still holding out hope and prayer that 2021 COVID-19 deaths will not catch 2020's total deaths. Okay. Now, what we do now, we're going to compare July to July. If you compare July to July, these numbers, the 2021 is almost a mirror image of 2020. Same way with deaths. If we compare July to July, 2021 deaths are a mirror image of 2020 deaths. Okay. What you can see here is this is cases. You can see over here on September the 16th, we had 157,967 cases. For the 7-day period ending July the 6th, or September the 6th, we were averaging 154,752 cases. All right. What about deaths by date? Oh, I'm sorry. These are cases here. Oh, correction. Uh, these are cases. Okay. Now let's look at deaths. Deaths are increasing, but the question has COVID-19 vaccine slowed down the death rate, slowed down the deaths? That's the question. Okay. Of course, we got this question of all these little consistent little dips here, very consistent. So for September the 16th, we had 3,393 deaths. And for the 7-day period ending July the 9th or September the 9th, we were averaging 1,707 deaths. Okay. Again, here's weekly cases. You know how many of these people were vaccinated? I know. I keep saying that, but I think it's a question that needs to be addressed. Okay, so you can see here increasing cases. Okay, deaths, an increase in deaths, but you can say that well, the deaths we're not increasing as fast as they were back over here. So if we can, again, this could be a case of causation may not be, or correlation may not be causation. The fact that these deaths are lower here may have nothing to do with these over here. This could just be a lower wave, or it could be as a result. We can hope and pray that the reason these numbers are so much lower than this is because the vaccine is slowing down the death rates. Okay, monthly numbers. You can see already September is already the second most deaths since all the way back over here. Cases since all the way back over here. What about deaths? Well, deaths are higher than these 4 months right here. It's still lower than these 4 months right there. What's this here? Well, this is for every 100,000 people, let's say 50 have COVID-19 in America. What about deaths? Well, you can come up here now, and let's be generous, and let's say that for every 100,000 people in the U.S. For every 100,000 people in the U.S., one is dying from COVID-19 every day. One of those people are dying from COVID-19. Okay. This is cumulative totals, meaning this is the total number of cases from day one up until today. What we're looking for here is a flattening of the curve. Remember that phrase from the first half of 2020? We had a slight flattening here, but now again, you can see the deaths are going back up, or cases are going back up. Same with deaths, slight flattening, but not nearly enough to indicate a declining matter. Okay? So anyway, the U.S., this does conclude your report for today. And again, a big shout out to the 15 young folks who did watch this video yesterday. That's 24 hours. Again, subscribe, click the like button, click the share button, share the video with your friends and your family on YouTube and Twitter. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, and emails and text messages. Again, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you Sunday afternoon. In addition to the daily report, we'll also be doing a weekly COVID-19 vaccine rollout report for the U.S. Thanks again. We'll see you Sunday.